And we are back for what hopefully won't be the last stream of this season and semester for WLC as we start on our lower quarter qualifiers for our Valorant roster. They did not get the exact amount of wins that they needed at LAN, coming up short in the final match against Concordia to land themselves a spot, at least as a last chance qualifier. As they start this match against, I believe, WCTC. Yes. And there is no trade off of here as they come down to B main. WLC starting the round off with pistols. Looking so far good in terms of these trades. Up 3-1 now. Spike about to go down. As I was saying, WLC, lost their finals match against CU Dub at the UWGB LAN for the Northeast Regional this last weekend. Looks like we might have a tech pause here as one of their players is DC'd. I'm not entirely sure exactly what just happened here as their Astra's tapped out, but they might just let the round play out. A little lost, but that's okay. It happens. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it PP here. A technical pause. Unfortunately, yeah. Apologies for the slow start. Like I said, we're having a bit of a technical issue here on the side of WCTC as they lost their first round of pistols and one of their members, yeah, just completely tapped out of the match. Well, in the meantime, we'll put it to a little bit of a break. And I'll just keep speaking all about it so we can catch up on what we have missed so far. There's been a lot of action in terms of the campus side of things for WLC. We've had some pretty big roster updates in terms of our Overwatch teams. We've gotten our community back together for Super Smash for our Nintendo lovers out there. Yes, we will be entering into Nintendo games, which I'm not sure if it's an inaugural thing for us because I think we might have had somebody in the past or a couple. That's completely out of my realm of knowledge. But as far as right now, I believe we have 2 people signing up for Super Smash, and I'm genuinely excited to see what we can do in that realm because I think we got a couple good players. I think we're keeping an eye on things here. Okay, looks like Fuzi, who DC'd, is back in the game. I'm not sure how they're going to continue this with 10 seconds left on the game clock before the round starts. Looks like they're going to call out of this tech. And we'll get right back into it. Mr. will ask, what's your favorite Pringles flavor? I guess it's a good question for chat. What is your favorite Pringles flavored, chat? I'm genuinely curious to know. Still on this tech pause. Just a little recap for everybody that's joining us still. WLC, 1 round 1 of pistols. So they're coming up here on this B main push again on this buy up. 1 hero rifle, 2 hero rifles in hand. But WCTC kind of catching on to the vibe of WLC, wanting to be aggressive here and be main. Smoke out, getting across. They know that there's at least one there. Do they catch the second? Eye spotted. TP out. Concept with the Lear. Trying to get as much info as he can. Nothing given it. Trying to clear out Hall. They're not sure of this one, how close they are in Hall here with his Phantom, but Space could have an opportunity to prevail here. At least gets one trade off, and Concept trading for another. Coming spraying out hot. Make sure that this Phantom doesn't get put in the wrong hands, and it looks like WLC is going to wrap up round number 2 of the force buy. Wonderful execution, and a wonderful cleanup from our Captain Concept. Hope everybody's having a lovely night. Thank you for joining us. If WLC wins this match, I believe we move on to state. So this game is make or break. There's a lot of intensity put into the practices and VOD reviews for the guys this week with Coach Tempt. And for me personally, I think this is a better matchup than most people think compared to what the ranks say on paper. As Marsha here gets a little pushy up in a main, sitting next to Orb, tapping it, letting the people know that he is aware in there, and gets one, doesn't get the second. Concept traded out with the Ghost, very nice. That's the gun gained in value of WLC. WCTC kind of pushing back around through arc and mid here in a link. Dog out, cleared box, nothing there. Do they just try and play for the Vandal and play back? I think that might be the move here in terms of just trying to get Sun this Phantom or this Vandal. Oh, Xeno grabs it instead. No ults in hand here outside of Concept's Nightmare. WCTC being patient. I think they're highly aware that WLC is still sitting here in A main. But how fast they're going to push this with the orbs coming in, smoke out, cushion out, nade in, Molly in, Molly destroyed. Chamber just still sitting, Art just waiting for it. WCTC's fate is not exactly sure about committing what site here. Choi, or Kohai. Here comes the ult from WLC. There's a bit of a phase, a stun, and Fuzi gets 2. Good bang for his buck in terms of just being patient there with that util. Doesn't look like they can do anything in terms of getting the spike down here, but a couple trades and getting guns out is all Concept wants to do now. He gets the one. Surely he's just going to push here to die and try to get as many guns out as he can, because he gets more money if he dies here anyways. Keep the economy with the team, and that's exactly what he'll do. Fuzi with 3 on the round. WLC still up 2-1. If anybody's watching tonight, we would appreciate the follow or even a subscribe. You can use your Amazon account to subscribe to us. That'd be awesome. As a matter of fact, first person to give us a subscriber gets a t-shirt from the WLC Esports team. That is my guarantee. And then comment in the chat, man. I want to see what you guys are thinking. I love to interact with you guys. I've had a couple good chats here and there. Nice pickup from Space there. The dog just spotting it out early and it looks like Sun doesn't get the trade he wants. Neither does Salt. And here comes Concept right down B main with the spike. Knowing that he has the opening, but then I don't think they're aware how close this Fade and this Neon are in B mid here. Space has a really advantageous position and could get a really good spot here if he just plays this patiently. And unfortunately, kind of gave his positioning away by shooting that one tap. And Concept not able to clean it up. WCTC tying this round up 2-2. I will be hosting this this match alone tonight as my co-host. Kind of wanted to, no, I wouldn't say take a break. I think they just needed to get some, oh, this is Madison White. Oh, well, you know what? That's okay. The more the merrier. Stunning from the Neon. Marshy backing up. Not sure how aggressive they want to be here. As WC comes in with a slight stinger rush and a couple of spams. It doesn't get the one nor two. Damage done on the side of Madison. Dog out. Information gathered, but looks like WLC is going to be on the retreat here for a little bit. Seeing if Sun can get anything happening here. Just be patient. Dog out. Now they know Kohai knows exactly where Sun is. Just going to hold this angle, and hopefully they're just going to try and get a couple picks out through Art here. Dog out immediately. Did they get the one? They get one, but Fuzi with 4 on the round. Fuzi playing out of his mind. 8-1 on the round, on this map. Taking the lead, 3-2. Immediate timeout from Coach Tempt on the side of WLC. And we will take a timeout ourselves as well for the next minute. Ace with the headshot off from the Sheriff right away. Did they get a second one out of peak here? No, TP force out. Damage done. And good start for the side WLC here. Space running around with the knives out and just trying to get any value he can here after they already pick up the one. Salt and Sun just playing smart in mid here, seeing if they can get anything come across, but both teams just staying still where they are. There is no need for them to get any more aggressive. Both side of Space with a random bank through the smoke and actually catches Fourier. Almost again. Can't even explain that. Fourier unfortunately just dinked down to almost 1 HP. WLC still hasn't decided where they're going to push the spike to, but so far, since they're still in B main here, Kohai with the dog knows that there's one close up there. Not sure if the one in Hall. Space has got to be careful here. Surely they know there's one here peeking out. He heard their footsteps, but Kohai gets 2 off and headshot immediately off. They're not sure where Space is exactly. Now they do. Flash out. Unfortunate catch off in timing. Gets caught in the trap. Gets the headshot off onto Kohai. They need to retrieve Spike back here in this 2v3. 2v2. Does Sun have enough time to get the spike down? Or give Space the time to need to get the spike down? Flash out. And defenders win solely due to the fact that WLC just doesn't get the spike down in time. And Fuzi disconnected again. You know, a lucky win. I think an unfortunate loss of a round. Very unlucky. Space is not committing to planting the spike, and Sun, both of them being flashed at the same time. Good, I guess, time awareness from the side of Madison. Just doing their best to stave off these plants and wasting the time of WLC. Another tech pause. Yeah, looks like Madison just struggling to keep their guys online here. Not sure exactly where they're playing from, but this is a little bit... I don't know how to put this. Pausing a map, you know, in the middle of a game is not great for any team, but particularly a team that's trying to gather momentum. Nor would I say it's an intentional thing to try and, you know, throw a team off their game in terms of trying to get a rhythm, but it's most certainly an awkward timing just for everyone who's just trying to get something done. I think for the most part, we haven't seen a lot of these this season. But honestly, I think we had one in Rivals. I believe it was against Madison. They paused it at least like 7 to 8 times. So I don't know if it's just the guys in Madison who are just their esports room or wherever they're playing from just isn't well circulated when it comes to keeping sustainable source of internet. But boys, we got to get it checked out. We can't keep having this happen. Looks like on this tech timeout, they have been allowed to just kind of hang out and do whatever they need to talk about the coming match. And I think it's the least Madison should be allowing WLC to do, as they keep disconnecting and reconnecting and pausing the whole entire game flow. So trade for trade, you know, I think that's the right thing to do, and I don't think there would be any problem with it. Hopefully WLC gets themselves right back in gear, and they're not worried about these timeouts. And looks like the timer has been set back up again, and WLC is going to be right back into this match. Pistols in the hands of Concepts, Stinger and Zeno, and an op in the hands of Madison's Chamber. Looks like they're just kind of sitting here on this side of the rotation. They're leaving this fade on a 1v1 towards B main. WLC not aware that they have the 1v5 in this map. Madison playing heavy in Art and in A main. Spotted out is the fade. Lear coming out. Gets a lot of information, and there goes Madison's. My goodness, 2 ults out. Dog spotted. Spike needs to get down. I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. Kohai, once again, just trying to take advantage of this. Ult up from Kohai. WLC holding ground, just trying to be patient, waiting for the right opportunities. Just Salt get a shot here. Xeno 1 doesn't get the trade off of this Neon, and Neon comes up right from behind them and swipes them all out. And that is going to be another round on the side of Madison. It's a good setup. Couple ults used. Nothing to see for it except for 1 kill. WLC discussing how are they going to spend their money right now, as they know if they lose one more round here, they're going to be almost eternally broke for the next 2, in terms of just making sure they have the right amount of util and the right amount of guns and the right amount of armor. Turret placement not great on the side of Sun. Concept peeking here in B main, just trying to tease around a bit. Spike still sitting here in between B main and lobby. Hopefully trying to find a pick here is Space on the side of WLC. Not aware how close Marshy is here, and Marshy gets exactly what they want for out of this trade. But Xeno traded, stunned up, but traded. They're aware that Fuzi is sitting here in sewer and connector, but WLC not aware as to how risky this spot into A main is here with this op just propped up in here. Okay, here comes Susie, right back from mid connector. Do they get the change out here? No, they do not, but the headshot is connected through the wall onto Xeno. They have to push out this. Traded. Okay, 3-3. 20 seconds left on the clock. WLC has to come in here to a site, and it looks like Kohai might just give up this site a little bit for WLC to try and get something done, but 10 seconds left on the board. Do they get the trade-off here into B main? Alt out from the side of Xeno. Oh, from Salt. Spike down. Viper's Pit out. They hear the steps walking all about, but I don't think they're aware that the Euro ult is out. There it is. One of them's still trapped, but they hear the steps out. Salt claims another. And Sun with the cleanup. Okay. There it is. The round that WLC needed to win to guarantee themselves at least a decent bye for the next round. Succeeded. No ults in hand. Sun close to the Killjoy ult. Still leaning towards this B main push, and it looks like they're going to buy this op run more time on the side of Madison here. Chamber wanting to be, you know, tricky with this angle, and here we go. Here's the TikTok angle. Let's see if WLC walks right into this. Clear out, smoke out, and Rensler gets exactly what he needs. The TikTok angle is successful. Now they are aware that this op is sitting here on B long. WLC wants none of it. Assault carefully just waits here, hoping to help his team out. Farm bot down. Chamber slow destroy, so then if they know that WLC is on the side of mid. But do they catch this box in time? Spray through the box. Xeno gets one. Fuzi probably going to take a step back here, but Marshy really, really far up A main. Don't think WLC is aware of how close they are, but the site is open. Surely they're just going to let WLC plant. They'll just play for retake. It's a 4v4. I think they have maybe an ult or two on the side of their advantage. Spike coming down, and Madison will play for the retake, not aware of how close Marshy is here. And Marshy gets exactly what he wants in terms of concept, just being caught at a weird opportunity and awkward spot. WLC aware that there's one sitting here, and Salt gets the nice trade-off, but he is stunned up and gets traded off. 2v3 from the side of WLC. Gets one is Sun. 1v2. Xeno with the stun. He wins this. If there's one person on this team that can win this, it is Xeno. Gets the one. Stun right up. You gotta go finish it. Get it right now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Way too close for comfort, but Xeno cleaning up the round, making it 5-4 against Madison. Woo-wee. That was very close for comfort, but Xeno gets it done. Clutch on the 1v2. Sun definitely need to get that third there. If he hadn't gotten that, that was a round loss regardless. We can trust in the ability of Xeno finishing up these clutch situations. Okay, 5-4, side of Madison. WLC looking nice with the money, trying to push it up a little bit. Sun trying to play for a rifle. Wants to play for ult. Definitely playing for ult. He's wanting to play for this extra spot here. And Madison pushing out in mid. Heavy space unfortunately gets dinked out from Chamber sitting here. Madison being very, very clever about where they're positioning themselves, and that's another 2 on the side of Madison. Xeno sunned up. Don't think there's much hope in terms of WLC being able to finish this round strong, but at least they can do is try and get a couple rifles out as they hear Marchie just jumping around and B connector here. Mid just is a feeding ground so far on the side of Madison as Rinsler is down one. Sends the TP across, but he's baiting it out. Certainly baiting it out. He's going to go swing that one more time. Stun out. They know that there's one more behind them. Flash out, and the best they can do is get 2 guns out of it. Op still in hands. Oh, they didn't pick up the op. Do they buy it again? Do they force the op buy? Okay, a missed opportunity on grabbing the op. So that might be a little bit of a mistake right there on the communications. Yep, there it is. Money spent though, so at least that's something that WLC can hang on a silver lining. Okay, WLC playing a split mid fight here. Madison, hearing the challenge, wants to try and question it as well. Dog out there. Not sure how close Marchie is, but Marchie does get taken out. Rinsler being patient here up in mid. But Xeno with the stinger gets another wonderful start for WLC, but unfortunate change around. There it is. Sun, that's exactly what he wanted. The free gun for Sun now. 3v2. Madison split very far apart. WLC pushing the side of Art here, wanting to come through egg mid. Not the greatest situation in hand. Smokes out. Killjoy Molly out. Stun in. Do they get another? It's a 1v2. Unfortunate situation, but Sun has to grab the spike here. It's in a little bit of a weird spot, but he has enough room to grab it if this chamber doesn't get up here in time. And Sun we trust. Has to get something done. Has enough time to rotate all the way back around and go plant this spike and get himself in a weird spot. He does have the ult as well, but I don't think now's the time to use it.
30 seconds left.
Okay, he's being patient. He's going to try and draw out Madison just to pull, and call their bluff, but I don't think Madison's buying it. No, Madison is not buying the bluff.
10 seconds
and they will hold here. Does Sun get the right pick? He sees the gun. No time to plant, though. Doesn't get it. Unfortunate. TP out. And LJ Sun is just going to save the gun. Madison up 7-4. Last chance to make this somewhat of a fight and to go into this second half. Definitely have enough money to buy what they need on the side of WLC. A couple ults in hand. A few in hand. Some really good ults. I'm not sure why WLC is being a little hesitant on pushing these sites with the ults that they have. I think they definitely could have dropped the Killjoy ult there in that 3v2 situation and guaranteed themselves a push on the site with a clean fight and positional setup. But regardless, this op is sitting right back up here. Smoke coming out, wall coming down. They're trying to buy out times for this chamber not to get set up here. Gets exactly what he wants. Xeno just running straight into it. Very unfortunate, but here comes the spike. Here comes the ult from the Killjoy. TP had. Gentlemen, now's the time to go plant. They have no chance to get this done. Okay, alright. 2 ults down. Nothing had for it. Not even a trade. Spike's not even down yet. WLC. Getting picked out. Guns out. Stunned up. TP opened. Another stun. And I don't think Concept's going to be able to hold on to this one. No, they will not. Madison finishing up this round on an 8-4 note going into the half. in a series where these matches are life and death in terms of the potential moving forward to state for WLC. The boys need to lock in and find their tempo as Space picks out one in B mid here. Sees the dog, kills the dog. Wall coming up to the side of WLC. Does Madison push this fight? Spam through the wall, nothing had. They know there's at least two sitting here, jump around, still knowing that they're just going to sit here and be mid as this chamber takes a very opportunistic positioning and drops the little teleport down. So I think Salt might have heard that drop. That's why he's just holding this strong. But Madison wants to take B mid and B main. Space with one. And Salt with another. And the headshot on another. Oh my goodness, there's just a lot going on here inside of the pistols. Sun cleaning up with two more picks. Salt spots out the chamber. Now WLC knows where the last person is, but they have Spike. So at the end of the day, you know, just be careful. There's no reason to jump around and take fights you don't need to. Concept just trying to be nice and being patient with it. And Zeno with the cleanup in the pistols. We got a little messy towards the end there. Chamber turned it up with the headshots, but WLC cleaning it up, taking another round of pistols. 8-5, good start, good start. That's exactly what you need coming out of this situation. Win the force buy, and you know, even if they have rifles or not, you have another round in your pocket. Definitely doing their best to try and get this killjoy ult up as fast as possible to stop this very fast-paced rush on the side of Madison. Dog outsmarted a couple near Art. Madison wants to dominate this space in mid. Space looking to deny any entry here. Frenzy in hand. Eye out. Now they know where Space, how close he is, but they're not sure of how close this one is. Ooh, a couple of shots to the smoke, getting Kohai down to one. Space doing his best to drag the attention out. Gets one out, changes for another. Spike out. Wonderful execution. Good patience on the side of WLC. 4 still alive with good guns in hand. Spike sitting here in A link. Don't think there's much this Fuzi can do here outside of just lose his gun. And WLC will gladly oblige in taking that pistol away from him and getting the ult charge. Okay. Here's the opportunity for WLC to put this one right back in contention. Space dying in the last round decides to buy up for an off and a half shields. Living life on the edge is WLC in terms of wanting to get this this round in hand. I don't think they're going to expect it, honestly. So it'd be nice if Space can get something out of this. Does not see the cross, and I don't think he's... Oh, he got peeked at, and now he knows. I would not be surprised if Space tries to take a fight here, and he does. But WLC having a little bit of a fight here in A lobby, but I think it might be a ruse on the side of Madison, just trying to draw numbers and rotate around. I think WLC is onto it, which is great to see. Sun gets spotted out a little bit there. Feels the smoke come in, feels the pressure. The eye comes out. Do they push the smoke into this shotgun? Yes, they do, and one is paid for in the blood of his life from Sun, and Salt picks up another. Let's see it, LJ. Turn me up, son. Here's one just casually meandering around here, knowing not to peek. He wants to do his best to not get caught on a bad spot here. As Salt is not aware that this neon is just casually just sitting here, and I think this might be a poor opportunity. Doesn't get the shot that he needs, but Marshy making this a 3v3, now a 2v3. Up, down, unfortunate. WLC knowing that they need to try and put some words in their mouths and get a trade here. Zeno picking up the Vandal, a little bit of a panic. Smoke out. Smoke dropped. And Salt just being sneaky here. Madison aware. Grinsler finishing up the round. Madison bringing it right back up again, 9-6. Timeout called on the side of Madison, and we will take a timeout ourselves. Jumping back into this one. This might be Madison just trying to drop one last casual game plan here, knowing that the pistols are in disadvantage for WLC here to try and get this fight out of it. And Space will pay for his life trying to get a little bit of contact off of B main there. Salt. Wall up. Bite out. And Madison just playing games. Looks like they're going to kind of make the way all the way back around through. Yeah. WLC taking a whiff of the air, realizing maybe this was a fake call, but Neon here just still sitting here. Marshy just being patient. Concept keeping an eye on it. And another pick for Madison to just get onto site quickly and get the spike down. Flash out into Link. Not getting what they want in terms of the value of the flash, but restacking here on stairs is not going to be a great look to finish a fight here. Sun gets one. Sun with another wonderful fight. It's a 2v1 in terms of main here. Stun out, TP out, and Concept, when you needed it most, turns right up. Finishing the round with 2 kills. Sun clutch there on the stairs. I'm not sure if they were suspecting 2 to be stacked there on stairs, but cleaning it up, the 2 of them together is exactly the round that they needed. Making this much closer than I think Madison was hoping it would be. Forcing the buy as well in terms of getting those heavy rifles out, and now they're paying for it. They have 2 rounds to give, but this could come back to bite them if WLC wins this round. I will say, Stuart Little not having the greatest time with the Odin the last couple games, and but you know, it is sort of a meta to try and be a heavy anchor for a site and make sure that the Odin gets some sort of value, and push on we must, because you know, without practicing something and getting better at it, there's no point in playing this game at all. So Spike just sitting here outside of I believe Aid lobby here in mid. Yep. And Madison playing for default. And I think WLC will oblige, just being casually patient. Letting them know what's up, and Space, unfortunately, gets picked off in this B mid fight. A little too close for comfort, and Madison gets exactly what they want, but is not able to retrieve the gun, so that's a little bit in their favor. And Salt, wonderful patience, just getting exactly what he wants out of that. And Zeno, once again, just with the Odin isn't getting the value that he needs, and now it's in the hands of Fuzi, who is preparing for his team to get the spike down onto A main. This is going to be a difficult situation now that this Odin's sitting back here in flowers. And in secret, so... Concept doesn't get exactly what he wants, but he brings Fuzi down to half. And this flank from the Yoru is going to probably seal this one up for Madison. And Sun, show me what you got. Are we going to take this one before, or are we going to be smart here? Yeah, I think this on the... and the likelihood of competitive spirit of what Valorant is, you will kind of tuck your body weight here and save this gun for the next round. Madison going to make this one a 10-7 affair. Madison just stacking the little random plays. They're not doing the exact same ones, and I think it's putting our guys at a little bit weird position, because it's not that I'm not confident in them not being able to win 1v1s or gunfights, but you're just not expecting them to be in certain angles at certain times, and it's catching our guys off guard, I believe, but must adapt. Through rifles bot, one marshal in hand. Classic and some help. Some shields. Two ults in the hands of Madison. Two ults closely in the hands, close to being in the hands of WLC. B rush push, here it comes. I bet this is just going to be a full B extension here, because they have no lurk kind of sitting there in A main, hoping to get a wraparound on the site. And Madison, WLC, that's what I think they were expecting here from this play. And they're just not going to get exactly what they want out of this, because this flank is not sitting here. They are most certainly all in B main, and this Odin spray coming right through and killing space with the Marshal. Wall coming out. Now WLC is very much aware as to how many people are sitting here. Concept wanting to destroy this slow and probably going to play towards mid. Yeah. Could that pull Madison off a little bit off of sight? Give WLC a chance to try and at least get 2 picks here to open this up. It's what they need to at least get an advantage. Do they get aggressive here with the... They do get one. Okay, Sun not getting exactly what he wants out of the Odin fight here, and Madison taking us to 11-7. Only one ult used. And another gained. Warriors, 4 ults in hand, almost 5. Have to take advantage of what we have here in our arsenal. Space sitting drop with and screen with the op. Dog out. Missed opportunity to get the op off. Taking this one all the way back. I just don't know if it's the right play to try and play through this. They know that's a fake. And here's that lurk from Madison. Right back around. Hopefully Zeno, catches on. Looks like he will. And here comes Madison, rotating right around again. This Neon just sitting here in B main, just casually waiting for this flank.
Who's next?
Here comes the Oro ults. TP across the map, coming right in here. There you go. What a great fight here from Zeno. Has to feel the pressure of this Odin coming in here. Ult from Sun out. Concept dropped, but gun grabbed. This Killjoy ult could be massive if this Neon doesn't get across the map in time. It looks like she might, and I don't think LJ is quite aware of it, and doesn't get exactly what he wants. Does get the pick off. 3v2. Here comes Salt, running all the way across through CT. Not a lot of time left in hand. So WLC just might need to save this round. And that's exactly what they will do. Match point for Madison. Timeout, side of WLC.
Swarm grenade. Turn out. Placing alarm bot.
Space with another op here. Needs to get a pick here and misses again on this op shot.
Face your fear.
Just don't know if WLC can keep affording to buy this gun and miss these shots and not get any value out of it because it's an expensive weapon to get. Couple slowdown util right now, which is good. Misses another op shot and sight wide open for Madison to plant.
Spike planted.
And Neon sitting in a very important position here because this kill means everything for this round, and the missed opportunity shots or steps. Side assault here is not great from what you want to see. And Marshy with one. Police concept gets the Odin out, but that looks like it's going to be round and map 1 going in favor of Madison. Sun with 1. Don't make me speak too soon here, but that will be the cleanup. Madison takes round 1. Cornelius Prime, thank you for the follow. I think now would actually be a pretty good time as our teams start to kind of get settled in again to have a second round. I think now would be a good time to kind of talk about maybe some of the hopeful and future situations of the WLC Esports program. I know some people on campus, and not just on campus, but from other teams, and people I know outside of campus who know we put a lot of time and effort into this program. Ask about what's the possible next thing that's going to happen. Right now, we'll just talk about probably just the squads and the teams that we have in terms of games being played for the varsity program, and just club in general. Um, we're hoping to kind of put our Marvel Rivals team in a better spot with a much more practice roster. Hopefully, in some club games this coming spring. I took as much time as I could to find at least one or two people that would be interested in getting our Nintendo community back together. So we will be having Super Smash Brothers played this spring for the foreseeable future, as this young individual is a freshman. And I believe they plan on staying here for all 4 years, which is super exciting. Um, and on top of that, I believe we started this fall with the intention of keeping the original roster for what was our Overwatch team in the spring. And since then, it's grown quite substantially. I think I want to say Monday night or Sunday night, I had 9 to 10 people, and then two more came across and said that they want to join. So games can only fit 5 people per team. So now we're going to be looking at absolutely having a JV roster for our Overwatch program, which is super exciting for me um, because I will be coaching and be the team captain for our Overwatch team, and I'm just excited to you know get a full swing of practices underway. We've been working a lot this last 2 weeks in terms of just getting as many people in here as we can, and it's gone well. Surprisingly, again, some of the guys are transitioning a little bit over from either not playing the game for a while or coming over from console and they want to learn how to play it on computer. More than happy to do that. Successful. I think our former one of our co-hosts Miles is very familiar with um, learning the advantages of switching from console to PC. So he can attest to that, which is very nice. Also, we will be on top of hosting, 2 squads for our Overwatch team. We are hopeful to see more people come in and fight for starting positions. As far as we're aware of, we are starting 5 for the Overwatch team. Uh, as it's looking right now, will be Mr. Rush, Mr. Sun. We have a new support as our lovely Jimmy graduated last spring, and so he should be replaced with Mr. Squidgy, Adam Bem, which is awesome because we got him in here last week and he's been gelling with us really well. And Connor, our former main support, he's back for another round it, and we are and myself as the starting tank. But on top of that, we have 7 more individuals that are looking to either make the way up the ranks and join the varsity squad, or they're going to be helping out the JV squad as much as they can. And some of the faces you'll see will be pretty familiar, as some of them have played for the varsity Marvel Rivals team, for what it's worth. I think that season, for what it was, I believe was a success, as we were able to get things in pretty quickly in terms of getting a team formed, and not a lot, but I was able to go into it in terms of getting prepared because we weren't expecting such a demand for it. So we just did our best to get one made, and I tried to accommodate with Coach Austin at my side, and we got one happening. But now I think we're all looking forward to the future of Overwatch because, let's face it, it's just the better game. So, and we're about to start our round of Haven. WLC starting on the attacker side, Madison on the, I apologize, WLC starting on the defender side, Madison on the attacker side. Madison playing a little bit of a curious opportunity to see if they can get a nice pick here out of mid. No information gathered. So a dart out. And once again, Madison just playing for these picks. I'm not sure if their Omen is AFK or not. I'm a little confused as to what's going on the backside here for Madison. But they shall push on. And Zeno not spotting anybody crossing over from this A long spot, but he hears that turret go up, and I'm not sure if he's going to hear these steps or not. WLC still kind of a little wary of what's going on, but I think they're catching on that there's going to be at least 1 or 2 here on the side of Madison. One shot off, does dink the Viper, and Space not able to get anything done with Zeno there. Aftershock coming out from Concept. Nice headshot from Concept, but gets traded in return. And did they get this one? The Omen? Yes, they do. Sun with 2v2 right now. They hear the footsteps coming out of short. Did they catch Kohai here on the flank of the box? Yes, they do. And it's down to LJ with 1 shot, 1 only. And Sun is not able to clean it up, unfortunately. As there is another disconnect from the side of Madison. I'm not sure how much of this is really a-okay with oh my goodness. Just can't have this. Can't have this. If you're not gonna be able to sustain, a strong internet connection, there's a difference between your PC being shut off and your power surging, but a constant pause and go from a P10 pause for tech from disconnects is something that should be questioned. Frustrating to witness as a streamer because not only do you want the games to go fluently and smoothly without any interruption, but it's just a little just slows down good progress. So we'll grab the orb in a main Space with the push-up and the shoddy in hand. Sun feeling the pressure of the amount of people that are coming through here into C main. Gets one off with a headshot onto the Neon. The spike will go down.
Spike planted.
Orb out. 1 spotted into long. 2 coming out on the side of Truzy. Take a 3, and I don't know if Mr. Salt can get anything done here. He will, eventually have himself decommissioned because you get a better money buyout when you lose your life with a pistol. But WLC will lose round 2. Unless Salt just pulls out something miraculous here, but... Okay, another gun out. Love to see it. Just looking like he's just probably gonna lose his life. So be it. Couple guns out. Not the best turnout you want. As Madison runs away with those 2 Vandals. here comes WLC for round 3 and a full buy of guns and util. Chat, don't be shy. Talk to me, man. I want to see what's going on tonight. What are we eating? What's planned for the weekend? It's Friday, baby. No, it's Thursday. Ugh. Tomorrow's Friday. Okay, we're excited for that. Space, kind of get a little curious here. Nice stun out from Concepts. Gets 3 in hand. Salt with 1. Gets that neon out. Space with another with the Marshall. Miraculous shot. Does he take another shot here through the smoke? Yes, he does, but just a cool miss. And gets out with his life with 21 HP. Son, just don't push it. Just don't even risk it. Just hold that spot. You're doing great there. They know where they are. Spike was dropped. They know there's at least 2 in garage. It's a 5v3. Nade out, and there's even more info gathered. Yes, they certainly know that Madison is stuck in garage here on the side of C. Doesn't get the spare that they want, and Concept also gets traded. No, it's a 3v3. But this Kohai is very low, so at least get the spike out is the hope of Sun here. Gets the 1 with the spike dropped, and it's a 2v2. Madison trying to rush to get this spike down, and they're not aware that Zeno was pushing this right back up again. Salt and Zeno fighting for the lives, 2v1. Not aware of how much health Warrior has here. That flash did not connect. This TP faked out. Will they get the advantage of the 2v1 here? And they do. Both surviving with guns in hand. Making it a 2-1. Guns lost. Expensive round, but, you know, a win is a win. You need to get something on the board to get momentum here. Especially on such an attacker-sided heavy map that is Haven. Madison with affordables to buy everything they need for this round. But will be hurt if they do not get something in return. That is the hope of WLC. Concepts being a little bit shy here about wanting to spend money. He will buy full util, half a shield, and will rely on his teammates to make the party plays here. With a great stun off coming in through A main. Does connect onto 1. In space, perfect headshot. I believe through the wall here onto Furia, but he doesn't get Fuzi in time. Fuzi on a tear right now. This guy just doesn't miss. Absolutely the header for this Madison White squad. Concept being careful. Back down to 4v4, and I just wish when we get in a position where we get the 1-up, we just leave it. You know, we just take a step back. There's no reason to try and keep fighting for it. I love the angle, but gotta learn our lesson at some point and be smart here. Couple rifles sitting here in B mid. Salt being patient, and Fuzi gets the 1 onto Zeno here. Short Little not being able to play to his full capacity as he is now dead. 1 pickup. Does he get the second? He does. So it's a 2v1 from Concept with a classic in hand. Full set of util though. So does he try and go grab the rifle? I am not sure. Okay. Destroys the nade, letting Madison know exactly where he is. Grabs the Odin. Trades it out for the Vandal. Doesn't like that at all. Says, no, no, Sam, I am. I will not eat your green eggs and ham. He's not aware of this 1 in Cubby here. Gets the 1 and tries the reload and gets paid. And pays for his life and just, now Madison up 3-1. I wouldn't say it's easy for Madison White here to try and, you know, take a step back and enjoy, you know, Fuzzy just getting all these well-timed trays and these one-off headshots and just getting exactly what he needs for his team to get set up for success. WLC trying to take some sort of positioning here, and they hear the TP coming out. Zeno does the right thing in backing up. Sees the smoke wall out, realizing, maybe I am the Sova that wins this round for us. Just gotta believe. They hear the shots coming out of A main here into long. Drone coming out. This might spell the end, and it does for Xeno. Fuzzy getting exactly what he wants out of that situation. A little bit on the Viper's pit, but does get the smoke out. Marshy being as aggressive as ever and gets the trade off, gets the pick off onto the space. WLC will just take whatever they can get out of this round and at least maybe hopefully try and trade a gun or what it's worth. Get one out. They do. But they are now down 4-1, losing round 5. WLC calling a timeout, and we shall call a timeout as well. Fresh off the timeout. WLC discussing what their move is for this round as they are a little bit low on the moolah and want to make the most of this opportunity. If they can at least win, you know, 4 or 5 rounds here in this half, man, they can put themselves in a good spot. And Xeno getting one info pick into a lobby here. Man, just swing the ult out at this point. Why hold on to it? Pull the gold move, you know. As a gold myself, you know, I want to see, you know, as much action as I can, so I just let that thing fly, you know. The moment I get someone peeking on that Sova dart, bam, whipping that thing right out, not even questioning the opportunity I could have to save it for another opportunity, you know, but no, because that opportunity is right then and right there, and I want to take it. Dinked. Stunned. Sova dart out. Xeno getting bum rushed here by a set of util and realizing, maybe it's best for me to leave. But here comes that classic whoop-de-whopper from the side of Madison. Like, hey, you know, we pulled them all here, but we're gonna have a nice little lurk here and hopefully get something out of it. But hopefully Sun is exactly in the position he needs to be in to try and get something going. But I think he popped that molly a little bit too early. That turret's gonna get something for it in terms of a little bit of damage. Sun doesn't get the trade he needs, but he gets the damage he was hopefully looking for. It's a 4v4. Does WLC turn this into a 3v4? Another pick off from the side of Fuzzy here. Fuzzy turning it up, man. This guy's just playing out of his mind, and Madison getting the plant down. WLC knowing they have to step out of this Killjoy ult. Oh, Salt with one off there, and that's Fuzzy. Here's the chance. Here, just luck right in. The best friends, the best boys. You know, they just got to find themselves in this whole situation. They just got to get the most out of it. Low health on the side of both Sovas. They just have to get the most out of it right now. They get the 1. Do they get the 2? Spraying through the box. Just drop it on him. No, that is not what Lewis was hoping to do, but you know what? Smoke out, nade out. Salt giving it all he can here. Dropping in for another nade. Does he get the half? No, he doesn't, as the nade will kill him. Unlucky. as we are about to kick round 7 off. WLC, bad spot for money, bad spot for weapons. Sun coming out, thinking that they need to get aggressive here, and does it pay off? They get one. Does Concept get another with the Frenzy here? No, he does not. The classic pullout does not pay off, as Marshy almost stuns himself, but Fuzzy, you know, as dangerous as ever, taking point here into Garage, but doesn't get what he wants. Xeno wanting to do the right thing here with his stinger in hand, but I think WLC is aware that this will not be a B play. It is going to come right through Garage. And Salt picked off. Viper's pit dropped. That surely just spells the end of this round for WLC. Not the right weapons they want to take this fight, nor the proper util to try and enter into this site. So the most they'll do right now is try and probably save util, accept the reusables, and try and get as many guns out as they can. They don't get any gun for it, but they get weapon. No, they do not. Madison taking another round, making it 6-1. Xeno with the grab of the orb in A main. Trying to build his ult as fast as he can. After he spotted the Viper, and he pays for his life with the knife jump. A bit unnecessary because you knew they were there, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Salt with the trade, and Salt with 2. Wonderful, wonderful. Exactly what WLC needed to get themselves into this round. This smoke out, he hears one of them just jumping around. Here comes this over drone. Gets it out in time. Does he TP out of this? I believe he does. Just in time before he gets pinched out. Spike's still down. TP's from behind. Oh, wonderful. And Salt says, no. This round, I want to win this round. Put it on my back. Like Greg Jennings in a prime Madden situation. Salt trying to take over the lobby. Put the team on his back, coach. He said, tempt no more. I'm going to make you proud of me. Wonderful, wonderful effort from Salt there. Just being clever with his positioning and even smarter with his ult. Just TPing right behind the Sova. Catching the killjoy by surprise. You know, I think the name of the game right now is just getting Fuzzy out as soon as possible. And just leaning off of that. So we get the push down to C long here, and backside is cleaned out, and the lucky spray through the smoke from Marshy gets one, and Fuzzy with another through mid here, as the two of our guys know that this opportunity to get another shot into this, and Fuzzy with 2 on the round, and Xeno cleaning it up. Not much he can do here in terms of putting this fight into any advantageous position for him, but here comes Madison on the hunt. He hears the steps in the garage, doesn't get what he's looking for. It's another round in favor of Madison. You know, not looking what he's looking for as he gets picked off immediately.
Calling my bot.
Fuzzy taking it off Salts. Silver drone out. As the Madison Omen takes a TP into heaven.
Spike planted.
Concept not spotted out by the drone, by the dart, but the spray through the box is just killer for Barbarol, you know.
Placing alarm bot. Bot coming back. Alarm bot out.
Some pistols, one rifle, and they had a WLC and a Spectre. Not able to destroy this dart in time. This sun got spotted out. Marshy taking a very quick and fast-paced position inside the cubby here. Space, unaware of how close Madison was on A main. With Spike still sitting here in mid as well. Another shot off from Marshy. Making it a 5v3 on this round. Fuzzy getting the one he wants, but down to 15 HP. As here comes Madison, rotating to the exact place that they want to be in. Getting the picks they want, dragging your team off from one site into another. Concept here in the TP for sure. Good execution from the side of Madison.
Last round before the switch.
One last timeout. Defender sided for side WLC. We will take a timeout ourselves. And right out of that timeout.
Placing alarm bot. Turn up.
WLC, rifles in hand, Odin in hand. These guys are starting to push and get aggressive, but Madison possibly aware of this whole situation happening. And Xena with the spray through. Does he get the trade-off here? He does. As Madison gets a very heavy presence into B and C main here. But Xena with another, which isn't too bad. Salt with the one pick. It's a Soba.
I got spike.
Oh my goodness, he jumped right over that. That X Games mode, just to say the least for that one.
I'm out of here.
Xeno, Odin in hand. 1v2. Some of these guys been aiming tonight. Oh, Well, he gets a nice pick off here, so that's not bad.
One enemy
Oh, hopefully he sees this in time before the Omen, you know, gives himself away. But he hears the shot, so he knows he's backside. And he does! You know, for the round, keeping WLC alive. Oh my goodness, they can 9-3. Do we get the curse? What a clutch. He's had 2 clutches on the day that have come in, you know, pretty viable times, regardless of the round score.
Switching sides.
That right there, you know, give your team a little bit of energy. Talk to them, boys. Get yourselves hyped up. WLC looking for a fast push up to C main. Get some nice dinks on this. Good space with the push up. And Fuzzy immediately with the clap back with his share of punishing gameplay all night from Fuzzy. They're not aware of this one coming out the garage here. They don't get the trade that they want. It's 3v2, 3v4.
Last player standing.
And immediately, just like that. Assault with one. Oh, with the knife. Maybe Madison, you know, will have in good humor and faith, you know, maybe we'll just have a 1v1 knife tag to see who wins this map. Madison, respond to the comments if you're game. Madison gets spotted out here in a lobby, but still wants to push it. And Zeno awkwardly challenging a cross spam through the smoke. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but you know, at this point you gotta try something to make something happen. So sees 1, sees 2, gets a little bit of damage done, and flash out, TP out. Do they get 1 at least? They get 2, but it's a 2v3 now in this situation. Spike in the hand of Salt. And our guys, you know, at least they get a couple guns here, so that's not bad. Let's see how much they can make off of those opportunities. Full set of smoke. Full set of blind. 2 TPs. Does WLC get the position here away from Fuzzy, who's on a nicely timed lurk, and I'm not sure if it's going to happen as Fuzzy gets the headshot in, and even Sun all alone is now Fuzzy. Sun, plenty of health in hand. 1 down.
30 seconds
He
left.
knows he has to go get this spike, so Fuzzy not leaving it for chance unless he turns around. But I think in the spirit of things, I don't think it's, yep. It's too clean, man. Fuzzy playing out of his mind right now. Last chance for WLC to make something happen here with these rifles. All this util from the Killjoy. At least half of it's out. I'm not sure that this other nade is here, slowing down their pursuit. And Space is spotted out. Space for his life. Okay, there's one. Marks it down. And Salt with another. They get a third. Are they able to clean up this heaven pick? Yes, they do, but it's Fuzzy. Fuzzy with the Bulldog in hand. Full set of health and HP with the rechargeable shield. Not really sure how much more he can do here outside of getting a couple picks, which he's proven to do in the past rounds. But I think this round goes in favor of WLC. Exactly what they needed. Keeping the guns in hand. Lino, good timing. Clean up the round. No ults in hand outside of Marshy here. But WLC able to hold on to these rifles. Spade's gonna buy the half shield and the Guardian. Gun he's pretty familiar with. Unsuccessful, but the swing down to short is detrimental. WLC not aware that Marshy's just sitting here still and fighting for their life, but traded. Zeno needing to be clutch here for his guys. Taps the orb, see if anybody comes off of it. One away from ult. Reloading. Killjoy bot spots out the one flanking. It is Fuzzy. This needs to be a clutch play, or Fuzzy will take this round into his own hands. And just as it's happened, I say it, it does happen. Fuzzy cleaning up the round, making a 12-4 in favor of Madison. Match point. One last valiant effort from the side of WLC. Space dwindle down. No damage done in return. This Omen ulting. Fuzzy, heavy push into the back line. Stuck between a rock and a hard place is Zeno. And Zeno is finished. Madison wins the lower qualifier to LAN. Map 2, 13-4, taking it 2-0 overall. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We will be right back, as that is the conclusion of our Valorant season. You know, very, very, great regular season overall. But I will without a doubt get some interviews here, at least from our leader and our senior, Mr. Concept here. If you will all give me one moment. Thank you very much. And we're back from our slight pause with our glorious captain, Mr. Concept. Jesse, disappointing, disappointing end, to what was a great season. Nobody likes to end on a low note, but I think there are a lot of things not only just to be thankful for, giving it all up to the glory of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the goal at WLC. But at the same time, you got to take everything with a grain of salt and move forward past this. I know your future is not exactly set where it comes to standing with this WLC Esports program, and we all love and respect you whatever decision you make. But as of right now, what are we feeling about? Not just this match. It's okay to focus on it for a little bit, but I would rather have us just focus on the big picture at hand, and that was just the season overall. What a great season we had. I think for the most part, it was a great season. Undefeated regular season, first team in school history to ever do that. Hang it on the banner, baby. So nobody else can hold that above you. The first to ever and the only to do it at this school. Tell me how you're feeling right now about everything I just said.
Well, just kind of, it is a little disappointing, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun to lose, back at regionals and then not qualify for state here. So
Yeah.
not fun, but I also can't say enough how proud I am of the boys that having an undefeated season is still nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Um, so even if it doesn't end the way that we want, we still put in the work and we got results that we wanted. And really, at the end of the day, we just ended up playing against really good teams that could just, whether it was just outmaneuver us or outgun us, at the end of the day, that just gives us more experience. And
Yeah.
we could just have to learn how to learn from our mistakes, bounce back. And honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. Even if I'm not here in the future, I know I can still help out and help the boys to come back and show them that we can be one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was a really big step forward, not just from last year's similar roster. We lost Jimmy, which is unfortunate, but we love Jimmy because we get to see him every once in a while, and he plays with us still. But LJ, filling into whatever the team needed. I want to kind of go through at least everybody's individual performance. As the captain, as the guy who really runs this ship. I want to know and hear what you have to say about not just you as in your performance, but everybody else's performances. And how they stepped up this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was definitely a very weird transition losing Jimmy, because that pretty much meant that we had an entire role swap for our team where
Yeah.
LJ took over my role as Sentinel. I took over the Jimmy spot with Initiator Flex, but then it also depended on the map, where you just saw Haven were running double Initiator. We have Lewis, who was bouncing between that Sova and then mostly Smokes. Thomas was all over the place. He played Duelist, he played Smokes, he played Sentinel. It's all weird. The only one that stayed consistent was Will, who's always on our Duelist, our token Duelist player. I love him. And yeah, I'll admit, and this is really why I'm so proud of them, is that going in, we were very unsure, losing one of our key players. Jimmy was in esports since the beginning, before we even had a Val team.
Yep.
Losing him was definitely a big hit. And just the fact that with the mental going in from missing Jimmy to a role swap, and we're still able to come out undefeated.
Yep.
That was really huge. And that's why I cannot just speak enough the progress that we made through that. Coming in, I've seen improvement from all of them, and it's just really gratifying to see, us come a long way from being when we were just a little small team back in, when was that, 2023, 24?
Yep.
Not really knowing anything, and we're just kind of running around without a coach. And from nowadays, where we also had Temp from UWM, who really helped us out and kind of, let us see the game now.
Yeah, if I may, shout out to Coach Tempt. Not only playing well with his team and making it. I think they're going pretty far right now.
Yep,
they're going to state. Yeah,
yep.
And then on top of that, not only him going to state, but also earning first team all conference in the Valorant selection of Sentinel, I believe it was. Yeah, yeah. Good shout out to Coach Tempt for helping everybody out here on this team. I know they just had a little bit of a closing remark with how the season went in the team chat. And we're hoping to see him back in any capacity whatsoever because a guy that works out with the regular G2 members,
Mm.
gotta have it.
Of
He's
course,
gotta
of
have it.
course.
G2, man, they're the best for a reason. So sorry, continue what you're saying.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much everything. It's just being able to come off of all the really just like kind of like abrupt changes that we had to go through. I did not think that I was gonna do well on Initiator, but
Yeah.
and I think there
And you
was room
didn't.
to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. God, your breach play is
Okay,
terrible.
buddy. Okay, buddy. But,
all right.
but yeah, and like we all had like really great individual plays. We had some pretty good team chemistry, and we were able to just come around. And I think it's just those teams that have a lot more experience with the game, like Concordia, UWM,
Yeah.
Madison, like
Yeah.
it's gonna be really tough to play against them. But I know we just kind of need to play more, and
I
we'll
want
be
us
up there
to
with
play
them.
those teams more.
Mhm.
I'd rather have us run
Absolutely.
into those, buzz saws in the regular season
Mhm.
to know what we're going up against. I like that. I was a little confused when I realized, wait, those guys are in our conference. Why didn't we play
Mhm.
them? Like
Yep.
what that and my gripe with the WEC will never last as long as we don't get to play our in-conference people in a regular season tournament. So because if I have to run into them at LAN and I haven't played them in the regular season, I don't know what to expect. I don't know, like it's a momentum breaker. I want to know what I'm going up against. So me personally. Anyways,
Absolutely, yeah.
So what's gonna happen moving forward? I know you got graduation in the spring. I'll be right there with you.
Yes, of course. Are you talking about me personally or the team?
Yeah,
in general?
personally. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I'm a psychology major, so I'm gonna be going to grad school right away. So, and that's why it's not set in stone yet if I'm leaving here yet, because I am applying here. So we'll see
Wonderful.
what the Lord has in store for me. If I stay here, then I plan on either doing some sort of assistant coaching or maybe
Yeah.
I'll play for one more year.
Yeah.
And if I'm not here, then I want to help out whatever I can, whether that's again assistant coaching or if you just need me to come in every once in a while and crack some skulls or something. And
Absolutely.
yeah, see what we can do.
Okay. Any last remarks, my friend?
Not too much. Just again, thank you to my players for a great season. Thank you to everyone who is watching us and supporting us along the way. And
I had a good amount of views tonight.
That's good.
Yeah, didn't even
Love
get
it.
put on Instagram and still got the big view. So yeah,
Here we are.
we take it.
And
I thought we were playing against WCTC tonight.
No,
It was Madison this
it
whole
was
time.
Madison.
I wasn't told this. I was told we were playing WCTC
Bro, literally
in Rocket League and in. Brother, you think I had time to read all those messages?
Just so that you know who we're playing.
I did correct it in like the 4th round of Pearl, so I wasn't. It's not too bad. But I was like, oh, we're playing Madison. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Like so, yeah. But yeah, shout out to Madison. I wish we had a bit of a knife round towards that last match there. A gentleman's duel, but
Of course.
that's just me. All right. Yeah, man.
That'll be all.
Been a pleasure.
Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
We are wrapping up here. I'm not sure if anybody else wants to do an interview. I'm not going to push them to do it.
No,
Yeah.
we're
So
all kind of.
I just needed you, because you're the big guy.
Because you need me.
I do need
I get
you.
it.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that overall, the semester for the WLC program, esports program, was a success all around.
Absolutely.
And I'm not just talking about like the wins and losses. I'm talking about the growth, the progression, the amount of eyes we've gotten, the amount of views, the amount of shares, likes, comments, every little minor detail that goes into making an esports program what it is. It's gotten to a point where we're considering, I want us to consider making a merch line, like as light as it can be. Esports programs thrive.
T-shirts coming in spring?
They will be. Yes, they're being designed. Yes. So, yeah, and you already see me out there working with the Overwatch guys.
Absolutely.
I'm in.
And that's right. R6 and CS coming soon. Spring.
CS? Do you want to do CS?
I don't know if we're
if
gonna
you
find
can,
the leagues,
yeah,
but we're gonna have a team.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The league's a little bit harder for CS when
Yeah,
it
I
comes
was
to
gonna
WC.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
But our Smash community is back, so we will be having varsity Smash,
let's go.
which is nice. The Nintendo community's back. I know Hideo Kojima is probably happy about that. And then yeah, it's gotten to a point where I have so many guys in the Overwatch roster now that's growing like doubled the size over this last week that we're gonna have a JV squad. So, and my JV squad will be better than your JV squad, and that's what matters to me.
You're literally on my JV squad. That's the funny
No,
part.
All right. Okay. Enough goofing around. Let's get ourselves into a wonderful ending period of this semester. 3 weeks, 4 weeks left. Thanksgiving break right around the corner. I hope everybody has a wonderful finish to their semesters, a blessed time during their finals, and everything that comes to your doorstep in terms of challenges is met with a firm hand to finish anything that is in front of you. We appreciate everybody for coming out here and watching these streams for this season. It feels like it's gone by in a blur. Started this week 1, and the gears growing, the little things have grown, and the progression of being able to do this consistently has taken time from everybody. I put a lot of time into this, and I really appreciate being able to do this for you guys, and I'm looking forward to doing it again for what it's worth. And let's shoot for the spring.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching this season.
Thank you.
You all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas break.